Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Haley and you're watching Between the Pages. So my second book review for you today is Circe by Madeline Miller, and I loved this so much more than the Song of Achilles, and I think it's because in the Odyssey you don't really get to see a lot of Circe. She's only included in like one or two books in the Odyssey, so I like that we got to delve more into her character and everything in this. So it starts out with her childhood and we get to learn more about her father Helios, the sun god, and her mother, and then she's has like two or three siblings, like two brothers and one sister, who end up playing like big roles in mythology. And like, because one of them is the mother of Ariadne, and then another one is the mother of another like kind of witchy, not very viewed very nicely in mythology character. So I liked that Circe is actually like the aunt of Ariadne and a bunch of other like women who are not viewed very nicely in mythology. Because Circe is not viewed very nicely when you think about it. Because it's like highly implied that Circe like kept Odysseus on her island, and like it was not a consensual relationship. But we don't really know because it's never really, like, at least in the Odyssey, it's not really implied that, like, that it was non-consensual. So who really knows at this point? But I liked that we got to see more of her childhood and everything like that. I did not realize that the constellation quote was about Daedalus, which is the father of Icarus, you know, the guy who flew too close to the sun and burned and like died. I didn't realize it was about Daedalus. I thought it was about Odysseus, but I think it's because my reading of Circe and the Odyssey was heavily colored by Epic, the musical, which is amazing. I love it because when I read this, the Circe saga had like just come out. So I was like really connecting with it and connecting with her as a character and everything like that. I freaking love Hermes in this book. He is, oh my god, I loved him. Like, I even ended up posting on my Tumblr that he was Finnick coded because he had that very like arrogant, like, you can do whatever you want, I don't really care, and everything like that. I thought that the relationship between Circe and Odysseus was lovely. I loved them. But again, like I said, it's very heavily implied in Epic the musical that Circe is in love with Odysseus, and that's why she doesn't want to let him go off of her island and everything. Like, she wants to keep him there because she's in love with him. But it's not really like that in mythology. But I thought that it was very sad how, like, towards the end, well, first of all, you find out that when Odysseus leaves to go to the underworld and like continue his journey back to Ithaca, that Circe is pregnant and she has Telegonus or Telegonus. I don't really know. That's one name that I don't know how to pronounce. I think it's Telegonus because Telemachus is Odysseus' son. So she kind of names them like similar. And like Telegonus is like the most horrible child that she's like, because Odysseus had said that one time Telemachus was like screaming his head off, and so all he did was pick him up and he stopped crying. And so Circe tries this with her own son, and she's like, why is he not like Telemachus? Like, they have the same father. Why is it my child that's like horrible and wants to break things? And so she's not having a good time raising Telegonus. And then plus Athena, who is like the patron goddess of Odysseus. Like, Odysseus is her like favorite warrior Greek hero. And so we find out that Athena's like, hey, you got to kill your son, give him your son to me, or else he's going to end up doing something very, very bad that you're going to hate him for. And then in the end, we find out that he goes to Ithaca to find Odysseus because he has very like rose-tinted glasses when it comes to Odysseus, just based off the stories that his mother Circe has told him. And he ends up accidentally killing Odysseus. And so Telemachus and Penelope, who is Telemachus is Odysseus' son, and Penelope is his widow at this point. They come to Circe's island and kind of like hang out with them. And then the one thing that really bothers me about this, and I know that it's actually set in like Greek cycle, like canon, is that Circe and Telemachus end up together, like romantically together. And I'm just like, ma'am, that is the son of your former lover and the half-brother to your son. Like, this is not okay. Which I know that it's based in Greek epic cycle canon because there's a lost epic called the Telogony that, like, Telemachus and Circe get together, and then Penelope and Telegonus get together. That's not what happens in this book. Telegonus ends up getting taken by Athena after he kills Odysseus accidentally, and he takes him to Italy, and he like founds Rome and Italy and everything, like, which is based in like Greek mythology and like Roman mythology. Like, it's a thing. Like, I realize that, but it still bothered me. I was like, I am not okay with this. One thing I did like is that Telemachus is very much like, my father was horrible, and he's just out here saying, I was like reading, and I was like, wow, Odysseus doesn't sound like a great guy. Because when he came back from war, like, he was forever changed, and like not in a good way, which understandable. When you've seen the horrors of war, you're not going to be the same person you were before you left for war. So I understood that, but I was like, wow, Odysseus is out here like looking for a fight wherever, like, really? And so Telemachus was out here just like saying what everybody was thinking, and he was like, yeah, Telegonus has rose tinted glasses when it comes to our father. He's not anything like what you've told Telegonus that his father was. And then in the Odyssey, there's actually, like, in the actual, like, epic poem, there's a point where Telemachus says that he likes to blurt out the truth. And I was like, oh, honey, we know. Like, we know you like to blurt out the truth. You don't sugarcoat anything. So, yeah, that was my review for Circe. I loved it. I don't know if Madeline Miller has written anything since Circe and the Song of Achilles, but if or when she does, I will definitely be picking them up. I want to read more like Greek retellings and stuff like that because I just loved it. So yeah, that was my review for Circe, and I will see you guys later.